Yo, 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 yo. I just wanted to talk to you guys today. It's been a while. Last video I made, I think, talking to you guys directly was about the RED Komodo. This video is weird because it's titled, Did I Get the Wrong Camera? Let me preface this real quick. I adore this camera. I love this camera a lot. I've been using it a lot. Um, and take it out all the time to different jobs and stuff like that. And I'll just get straight into it. when I'm when I there's times where I just want to go out and shoot stuff. Whether it's my son, this is how I kind of I get inspired by like films or I'll see like a good shot and I'll want to go out and shoot, right? And this thing, this thing for me, this thing's a burden for me to take out and kind of like just run and gun. And I think that throughout the time that I've had this beautiful, amazing cinema camera, I've realized that I think my style is run and gun. Like, don't get me wrong, I do some corporate stuff. I've done commercial stuff. But when I think about what I want to do, the filmmaker, the type of filmmaker I want to be, I don't know if the Komodo is the right camera. It took a while for me to get here because for a long time, and maybe I was immature minded, but I tied like this camera and me obtaining it, I tied it to being successful. And man, that's way off. But when I started in video production, right? And we shot on DSLRs. The name Red was so far out of sight or out of mind. It's just something that in my day I never thought ever in life that I would be even shooting on a Red. So times has changed and they made this wonderful cinema camera, and I was able to afford it and I love it. And as I've gotten older and I learned and gotten wiser and learned about this industry, like, I mean, obviously everyone knows cameras don't really matter, right? Second, when you're on bigger commercials and you're a bigger DP, it really doesn't matter because the packages are there and they're ordered for you. And we're talking about RE Alexa, mini Alexas, LFs. I mean, so yeah, we're talking about camera packages are there for you. And honestly, the more cameras you can be hands on with and know how to use, the better. And I kind of had this thing where I put Red on a pedestal. And don't get me wrong, because I think they're top notch. And it's hard for me to kind of be like, I want to get sell the Komodo. Though I thought of it, it's hard for me to do it because at the end of the day, I think I'm getting the best image I can from like this price range. And I do want to like dabble in doing narrative stuff, which I really haven't got the chance to really explore. And I'm like, man, I can't let this go before I try to do that. But I have been looking at the Sony FX, which is like everybody loves the camera, and I agree with everything. The way you can like that's a camera I can pick up and go and shoot outside all day, and I don't have to black shade. It turns right on and off. It has internal NDs, the audio's there. It's like it's almost made for the stuff I want to do, and I'm like the only I'm watching some films nowadays, a lot of stuff from A24, but I am watching documentaries all the time. If I'm going to watch something, it's probably a documentary, and I myself want to make documentaries. I've done a docu series before uh, with one of my friends who was debuting in the UFC. I realized then that that's the type of work that I actually would love to do. This is the way I think about it. Sorry to rant, but this is the way I think about it. If I had the Komodo on the shoot that I took with my friend to Vegas and we filmed all over Florida, it would have been a headache. It wouldn't have been. It wouldn't have. It didn't. It wouldn't have been as smooth as it was. And for that, I was using the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema 4K, which I can take that camera out too, but it's just it's it's up there right now. Let me see if I can get it. It's not that it's like a hassle to use, but it's like you're putting the V mount on here, then the monitor. You want to mount a monitor so you can see what you're doing, and it's like then you got the big lens, and it's not that it's a hassle to use, but it's also just it's big, and I kind of don't. I don't know. I mean, I don't want to take it out and film all the time with it. You know, I think the FX is like a perfect size because it's like, yeah, you can rig it to be a bit bigger, but it's like if you want to go out and shoot real quick, you can. Um, so yeah, I shot that docu-series, The Blackmagic, and it went pretty good. It went pretty good. I couldn't imagine again doing that with the Komodo, and that's the type of stuff I would love to keep doing. So I'm looking at the FX6, but I'm not gonna own both the Komodo and the FX6. Um, but it's hard for me to get rid of the Komodo right now. I don't know, man. I gotta get my hands on the FX6 too because I haven't even, I may shoot with it and I'm like, oh man, this is just not me. But I got a feeling that I'm gonna love it. So I do have to get with someone who's gonna let me, um, play with the camera or just rent it on a shoot if the budget's there. But yeah, I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Am I tripping? Is it, sometimes we look at reviews and people doing stuff and it looks like the grass is greener on the other side, and sometimes it's not. And you're just in your head, you're getting that camera, that new gear, that new shiny gear. You want it, you know what I mean? It happens to all of us. But I know that I have one of the best cinema cameras in this budget. I know that what this thing could do, I'm not even using it at its full potential. And that's my fault. That I know, but the workflow is also it just it's everything is longer with this camera. And like you have to be real patient, and the black shading and all the rules with the taking off the monitor and the SDI. It's like, man, I just want to go out and shoot some shit, and I don't want to have to worry about all that. Um, so I hope that if you are looking to get the Komodo and you're doing a lot of commercial work on set, I know one of my favorite YouTubers, man. I forget his name. Let me see what's his name real quick. So one of my favorite YouTubers, Louis Potts. If you're into cinematography at all and commercial and being a DP, go subscribe to this guy if you haven't. He's amazing. He has a Komodo, and sometimes he gets hired and they pay for his kit to come on set. So if you're doing that type of work like him, I can see why a Red Komodo makes sense. For run and gun, fast paced doc work, you can do it, but it's not the best option. Not for that type of work. I'm not saying that I don't want to make commercials because I love to play in that world too. I know that for me, I want to make documentaries. I want to create documentaries. There's so many stories I want to tell, and that's why I think that the FX6 will work for me. Hopefully, in one of the next few videos, I'll have one in hand and I can shoot, and then I can give a proper review of what I think, because there's so many reviews out there. There's a lot of pros, there's some cons, and I'm not gonna know until I'm hands on. It's just the way I am. So yeah, let me know what you guys think after you heard my spiel and my rant. Did you think I bought the wrong camera, or do you think that it is possible? Do you think I can do what I really want to do, or you think I should get both? Nah, I don't. I can't get both. Yeah, guys. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. My short rant. Usually I like to kind of outline my videos, but I didn't do it for this one. If I'm all over the place, I apologize. I just knew that I wanted to touch on this subject. So if you like this video, please subscribe, like, and do everything else, and I'll be back with another one. Off the half and got in traffic with it. This for my day one fans digging that, been listening, who know these rappers not better or as consistent. And when they talk about the streets,